Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, Twitch chat. Welcome back to Let Us Play. I'm your host, Father Evan. It's good to be back with y'all today. I hope you're doing well. Good to see a Beer Fox. Good to see a Brayhard. Good to see a Kit. Good to see a Roxy. And Beer Fox, congratulations on your third try. You finally have the crown of Furstendom in this game. I think electricity is central, so I think that's fitting with you being an engineer. So you have the crown of electricity for the day. Heavy is the crown, but you know what? You only have to wear it for a single day. Another Disney game. I don't know. No, this is not a Secret of Nim game, but it does have mice. I know very little about this game. I watched someone else play it for about 5 minutes. I read a description, and I heard it's wholesome and has spiritual elements, so I'm like, and the whole thing is that you're doing good deeds, so I'm like, you know what? I'm into it. Let's play this. I've been busy otherwise. So let's get into it. You have heard for a very long time. An American Tale of Survival is a ghost. That got grim. How you doing? I hope not Brayard. What is going on? Chat, who gave you coffee? Who gave you coffee? My goodness. Also, I ordered a thing for you, chat. It should be here Thursday. It will help us to celebrate when I get to 500 followers. I'm terrified. Anyway, let's get on into it. No more coffee for you in the afternoons. Our story begins on a cold, rainy night in this quaint village of Saint-Eclair. All the villagers sheltered in their warm homes, hiding from the ominous storm looming overhead. Not everyone was so fortunate as to be warm and dry this night. Run, little dude! It has been a long night for this little mouse. Alone in a village, unaware of her presence, the mouse found herself searching for a feeling of purpose. But unbeknownst to her, life is about to take an unexpected turn. Yeah, it turns out this and Stray are just the same game. They're just, you know, two different sides of the same story. I should play Stray. I want to play Stray. Those darned lights. What's happening? The electricity keeps cutting out. I didn't really need this today. The mouse saw unhappy humans and longed to help. But she was just a simple mouse. What could she do? Hey, it's just a cute little rat. Look at her. She's just a little gal. What in the world? When I open the fridge, the doorbell rings. What's wrong with this place? That thunderstorm from earlier must have messed up the electricity. It makes this place feel haunted. If only humans had a little help from someone with their problems, the mouse thought. Surely they would be happier. She sometimes makes little squeaks. Is it raining again? Ooh, I like that style on the person. That highly stylized silhouette. Oh, is it raining again? I just hung my clothes out to dry. Better reel in my laundry before it gets soaked. Oh, the window is stuck as usual. Open up! No, my favorite scarf! Oh, good. Atop a lightning rod. I don't see this going poorly. Misa's got feelings. Yes, they do. The mouse saw what happened and thought she could climb the big pole and bring back the piece of cloth. That was her chance. Tonight she could finally make a difference for someone. Tonight she will bring even a little happiness to Santa Claire. South Square. It's a pretty little town. Reminds me of what I saw in the Riviera. Hopeful music. But I wasn't sure what kind of subtitles this game would have, so I always put them on. It's a nice little accessibility thing you can do. This game also has a colorblind mode, but I didn't put that on. Okay, so I see some lattices. There's a squeak mode, and she wiggles her ears when she squeaks. Perfect game, 10 out of 10. Although she doesn't boggle. Real mice boggle. I mean, I guess if they're included in the game, why not? It's like a Goose Game, but cute. It's always a danger whenever a game gives me the press to make noise button. Oh no! Little mouse! No, I've grown emotionally attached to this mouse. Don't you dare let anything bad happen to her. Look at her. She's doing her best. And Echo, thank you for the raid. Not tense or tension building music? No, just stressful. Game dev raid. Wait. Hey. Hello, hello. You down there. It's not time to be laying around. Wake up. She's alive! She's glowing orange now, but she's alive. Finally, I thought you were dead, or worse, ignoring me. Looks like the impact charged you with electrical energy, my energy. Come back up here to the lightning rod. We need to talk. Don't waste time scampering. Just use that electrical box over there. Get close and shock it. You have my powers. Might as well put it to use. And hurry up. Good. She can still squeak. Did we get hit with light? It appears so, but it also appears to be okay because now we are a lightning-powered mouse. And the reason we got hit by lightning is because someone's scarf got whisked away by the wind and stuck on top of the lightning rod, and our little mouse is like, oh, I want to do something nice for someone. I'll get that piece of cloth back for her. Adequate. Most people can't handle their first wire. End up a little roasty. Whatever prompted you to climb up here the first time doesn't matter. Whatever matters is that you've inconvenienced me. Because of you, I'm stuck inside the lightning rod. Oh, this is so humiliating. Just come back here and shock to give it to me. What kind of a butt? Well, I wasn't expecting an anime to happen. Dude, chill. Do you have the faintest idea of what you just did? Why did you climb a lightning rod like this, in the middle of the thunderstorm? Did you have a death wish? Why did you have to choose today of all days, me and my cursed luck? Why, oh why, did they think it was a good idea to send me to this pitiful village? You mortal creature? What are you, some kind of rat? Mouse, oh, of course. Clearly a crucial distinction. Pardon me. You don't get, do you? Allow me to explain. My name is Lumion. I'm a spirit guardian. The other guardians and I are sent around the world to help humans. Humans don't know any of this, of course. Without our assistance, humans would be truly helpless. Well, what else can be done? Someone has to help them. Our collision was so violent it transferred most of my wondrous powers to you. Now I'm stuck in this rod and cannot fulfill my duty. The spirit guardians, such as myself, stuck on Earth. This is humiliating and all your fault. You need to take responsibility and help me. Can't believe I need to rely on a mortal creature, but I have no choice. Work those big ears up. Fortunately, this was a routine spirit guardian job. The assignment was check in on Saint Clair. We had reports of an alarming number of troubled villagers. Simple job was very important for the Maker. It's only natural you have to complete this task now. Once you have helped a human, they'll generate excess happiness. Enough of that, and I can leave. Do you understand, or I have to repeat myself? I understand. We can quantify people's happiness. Now start by going to the eastern part of Saint-Clair. I can sense troubled humans around there. Head down the gate there. You can't miss it. Okay, so Lumion's a bit of a jerk, but I suppose since you've got my powers, I'll give you some more information on the once you see side. Don't come back until you've got at least one piece of happiness. Can't spend all night on Earth. You better be quick. You're kind of a jerk. I'm just a cute little mouse. Never go bird, just give him a Velatro. Squeak, 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 squeak. Hello again. Welcome back, Roxy. We got electrified, but it's okay, we lived. But the electricity spirit who hit us is kind of a jerk. Yeah, you remember that part of American Tail. Mouse. It's me, Lumion. Can you hear me? Yeah, you're speaking through my nose. Wait, is that Pikachu? No, it's a mouse that's been electrified. Thanks to my wondrous powers that you currently have most of, we can communicate across great distances. This is your first time helping humans as a spirit guardian, but fortunately I'm here to show you the way. Don't get used to it. I would hold your paw every step of the way. See that building with the bright windows? There are humans inside. Spirit Guardian's duty is to help the troubled humans of this world. We can sense their emotions. These humans are in need of help. Get close to them and you'll be able to overhear their conversation. And don't worry about they won't be able to see you as it's dark outside. Yeah, I'm just a glowing mouse. Now, go on, scoot. Be quick about it. I don't have all night. It's Clefairy. Hello, what meal, please, hunk? Clients are gone, tables are clean. Finally, watch my TV show. The new season premiere is airing tonight. Every week you say the same thing, monsieur. Even though the show is dull. Have you ever missed one episode? Oh, Louis, I've never missed any of them since the show started airing 8 years ago. Gosh, 10 minutes left. It's going to be so great. Let's turn on the TV. Bzzzt. Error. No signal. What? No, not now. What's happening? Oh, that is bad luck, monsieur. There's a power outage from earlier caused a problem. The lightning might have struck the antenna on the roof. It already happened once. I fear that it's too late to call an electrician, monsieur. There's nothing we can do until tomorrow. I can't even go to repairs myself. We lost the keys to the roof weeks ago. Without the antenna running properly, the TV will not operate. Oh, but Louis, I can't miss this show. I watch it every premiere. Why have to happen tonight? You could just watch a recording of it tomorrow, monsieur. You'll never understand. By the way, why are you still working this late? I told you to go home long ago. I had some glasses that needed deep cleaning for tomorrow. Very and stuff, monsieur. Oh, if you say so, Louis. Doesn't solve how I can watch my show tonight. What can I do? Someone rage. Yeah, that happens sometimes. You at Warhammer. We are built different. Porque no los dos. I could totally see like a Clan Scryer piece being painted like a Pikachu. Did you get that, mouse? Once you solve their problems, the happiness they generate will come back. The humans are mostly right. The antenna might be faulty, but something else is going on up there. It's quite the climb. How do you mortal creatures tolerate scurrying around? At the top, you will find the antenna, a very special device. Why am I handling a simple job like this? They should have fixed it already. I swear on the maker. Those little Kiblins never get anything done. Enough dawdling. Climb to the roof. The cafe to find the antenna. Shoo! Hey, Kit, thanks so much for 31-month 3-sub. Thank you for the support. Okay, I thought I wanted X, Y. Yeah, I'm gonna revert that to. Pika, where they electrify themselves with warp lightning. Well, that's just normal Skaven. I would know. I'm a Skaven player. I played when everything had charts you had to follow for when the things exploded. Those were the good old days. Work better. Kiblin box. I'm sorry, what? After closer inspection, there's a label, East Antenna. Do you want to turn it on? Yes? Malfunction. 25 energy required to boot. Shock shining objects to find energy. Feed me. Feed me, Seymour. Feed me all night long. Hello, world. Access denied. Unauthorized detected rodents are not registered in the Spirit Guardians database. Updating database. New personnel added. Name null. Role interim spirit guardian. East antenna Kiblin box not functional at the moment. Cannot be powered. Kiblins are currently missing. Kiblins are part of Kiblin box, necessary for power reboot. And you find and bring back Kiblins. Help is required and appreciated. Okay, what is a Kiblin? Thank you, rodent. Insert appreciation message. Activating KTS Kiblins tracking system. Disabling Kiblins camouflage. Oh, they're little sparks. Oh, look at them. You need assistance to locate Kiblins. We provide Kiblin tracking services. Speak to us for help. Mouse. Now you've woke the Kiblin box. You have to look for the Kiblins. Try not to do a poor job and damage our reputation, will you? I must return to the South Square when you've collected happiness. What can I do? The thunderstorm sure was strong, huh? Hello, you can see me? Yes. Whoa! How is this possible? The Kiblin camouflage should be working. Only Spirit Guardians can command the Kiblin box. How could a simple mouse? What? Lumion is here? You're his assistant? How did this happen? I see. It's definitely a tricky situation. But I can help. I will send a message to Kiblins in the town expecting the situation. That way, they will be expecting you. Us Kiblins usually stay in our assigned Kiblin box, generated energy, but sometimes, like tonight, we get out in the wild. We may not be the brightest. Oh boy. But the well-being of humans is our top priority. We love to perform good deeds. Since you're tonight's Spirit Guardian, I'll tell you how to help me. My name is Kickable, by the way. Nice to meet you. I make sure the antenna and other related devices function properly. I'm sort of a signal master, if you will. Trying to fix the main antenna right here. Do you think you can assist me? Yes. Lurk, hey, you have a good lurk. Neko, you take care. Marvelous. This big antenna broadcasts the TV signal to all of Saint Clair, which means right now, no entertainment for anyone. It's particularly awful because that's the season premiere of my favorite TV show. I was just about to announce to Sebastian that she's his long-lost child. Meanwhile, Sebastian is going to confess his love to Emily. Do you even know what TV is? Here I can reboot all the satellite dishes motors. Check this out. Big Energy is the creator. Sort of, I guess, maybe. I don't know. I'm taking the maker to mean God. Just shock the satellite dishes to have them point towards the big antenna. I'll be there calibrating the signal. Come back to me once you've positioned all 3 satellite dishes. Oh, wait. Use the spire to go down quickly. Good luck, mouse. Okay, so we have a satellite dish here. Zerp. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. No. I don't know how I got out here. You. Shiphost. Oh, are you the mouse Kickable told me about? The one who's acting as our Spirit Guardian tonight? Amazing. I could really use your help right now. See, I'm a new Kiblin here, and I don't have the required knowledge to help with Kickable with the antenna issues. I came to Saint Clair a mere 20 years ago or so. As I'm still a fresh recruit here, they gave me a simple mission to start with. Kickable asked me to grab the letters that fell from mailboxes during the thunderstorm and put them back in. But as I'm new here, I feel completely lost in this town. Will you go with me to find the mail on the ground so I can put it in the mailboxes? Sure. Thank you, Mouse. As soon as I'm done, I will go back to the Kiblin box. All the mailboxes are located in this neighborhood. Let's find those mailboxes. Doing good deeds, being a good mouse. The buy one, get one pizza person again. They must have a lot of spare pizzas. Sure, Kipost. It's like they're all friends. What a wonderful town this is. The mail is back in the mailbox. Only 4 left. Ooh, shiny blue thing. Light bulb. Zappy zap. I have one blue light bulb. This is the greatest day of my mousy life. Lots of taxes urgent mail here. This taxes person must be eager to have some news. We won't want that mail to be lost. The mail's back in the mailbox. Boy, I do hope taxes get in contact with them. Sounds like they want to make a friendship. Mail on the ground. They must have a lot of friends. Buy one, get one pizza, vote Jean for mayor, Marcel Electricity 2424. What weird names, but they sound like nice people. I gotta hit all the glowy things. It's how I get my energy, apparently. It seems like I'm gonna need that. Digging the soundtrack. These people don't have much mail. Do you think they don't have friends? Well, they have a big red label on this that says no ads on their mailbox. No wonder people don't want to write to them. Maybe this ads person is rude. Anyway, no mail will be left on the ground in my watch. I don't know where this goes. Let's find out. Oh, I need to do something here. Now I'm beginning to see glowing blue things everywhere now. Hey, shortcut back up here. Another of the satellite dishes. Good job, mouse. Come back to me now. I hope you can hear me from here. That's why I have such big ears otherwise. Hey, my ears are cute. They wiggle. Trova encore. Well, joke's on them. I don't know French. It's got real. This sign can't keep me out. I can't read energy. Oh, a mouse could totally climb that. Ah, there's the last mailbox. There's some kind of rigid rectangle in this. It comes from Bank. Do you think it's a snack? Whatever it is, Bank must be generous folk. I'll put it back with care. Are you sure it's not a snack? Yeah, I'm pretty sure, my dude. Well, I think that was it, right, Mouse? Everyone will be happy to read their mail tomorrow. I hope that I, too, will receive some mail one day. Maybe from you, Mouse? Without you, I would have been so lost. I really enjoyed your company. Now I must go back to the Kiblin box like I promised. Good luck, Mouse. He must go. His people needs him. Nope. Thought I might be able to jump up that, but nope. Design question. Why is the prompt speak? Surely it should be squeak. Oh, you're back. Wow, amazing job, Mouse. Now the satellite dishes are correctly oriented, I can tweak the signal. And we're done. However, main antenna will work till to reboot the Kiblin box. Okay, time for me to go back in there. Oh, Mouse, I've been doing this job for 83 human years and have seen my share of spirit guardians, both good and bad ones. Let me tell you. Might not be the real spirit guardian. You have all the necessary qualities to become one. Maybe one day, who knows? See you around, Mouse. Wait, is his name Kickable? Yeah, his name is Kickable. His companion's name there is Kipost. I authorize you. Starting power reboot. Look at his eyes. He still has the binoculars in there. Power reboots sequence completed with success. I was programmed by the Maker to reward kind souls. Please accept this gift from the bottom of my quad core. Yeah, glowy blue thing. Don't forget to turn off the lights when you leave a room. It saves Kiblin's energy. Now entering idle mode. Goodbye, world. Thanks for helping us. We have to provide electricity for this part of town now. See you soon, Mouse. Wow. I don't know what happened there, but the P-Tony emote did not load in my preview. And so it's just the bitmap image, P, and then just like 3 characters across, P-Tony eyes all the way down. And it's just like cutting into your Other messages, it looks hilarious. Electricity is big maker. You know, we don't know. I still could. These are spirits. They're sent by the maker, God. You know, we're doing good deeds. Yes, it's back. I can't believe it. Right on time. The show is just beginning. Ah, it was the best show ever. This new opening is so good. Nothing beats the second season's opening, Monsieur. Wait, Louis. I thought you said the show was dull. Why are you so informed? You've been discovered. It's my brother, Monsieur. He loves the show like you and keeps talking about it. I need to focus on the glass cleaning, Monsieur. You say so, Louis. Anyway, back to the show. Oh, it's starting now. Ah, yes. One happiness. Mouse. Well done. You've managed to help that old man. Come back to me in the South Square. See how happy she is? Do you know Link starts very happy? I mean, yeah, he's pretty happy. He's like, yeah, I defeated that tough boss. Glowy things. Zerp. Nope. That's what I get for paying attention to my phone. Is that... Did you truly help create happiness? I resign myself to your failure. All right. Are you ready? Yes. Now just fork over all the happiness you generated. Just sit there and let me do my job. Are you collecting static energy? Maybe? I don't know. It's metaphysical energy. Yes, that power. The trickle of mine are better than nothing. I'll take it, power. And still not enough to get me home. Barely lift up a Kiplin in this state. Suppose the worst has truly come to pass. I must rely on you. Again! Oh, don't look at me like that. It's not as if I'm not appreciative of your efforts. It's just humiliating. In the meantime, I suggest you return to East Street. And since there's another there, you may help. You know what you need to do? Yes, I need more happiness. That means you need to get over there. Other spirit guardians have told me that the Kiblins of Sonnaclair are unique. Perhaps this lazy, sleepy village life has made them complacent. Shameful, if you ask me. I think these little fools are supposedly made from the same spark of the almighty maker as I. Ha! It's ridiculous, preposterous, outrageous. Enough chatter. I'll guide you once you get back to the East Street. By the way, see that fountain down there? I spy a Kiblin loitering about. I may be stuck here, but the Kiblins aren't. Let them do some work for once and help you. And maybe this can make things a little easier on you. I know this is asking a lot. Anyway, stop looking at me with those big dewy eyes and get to work. I'm relying on you. This might be a little overwhelming for a little mouse. Aw, he looks sad. I'm liking this a lot. Oh, I don't have a jump yet. What kind of mouse doesn't know how to jump? Anyway. Kiblin, where are you? There you are. Kashin. Oh, hello, mouse. I saw you drop from the sky earlier. What a fall that was. I'm glad to see you're well. You had me worried, you know. But where are my manners? Let me introduce myself. My name is Kashin, and I'm responsible for taking care of this beautiful fountain. Because of the thunderstorm earlier, the fountain garland light bulbs flew all around town. What a tragedy. You seem to already have a lot on your plate tonight, so I hate to ask you this, but do you think you can help me find the light bulbs scattered around the village? If you find them in return, I can give you tools to assist you on your quest. Hey, I already have some. Thank you, you're a lifesaver, mouse. Santa Claus is big, and those light bulbs can be sneaky. Looks like you found some. Let's put them back where they belong. A word for your generosity, let me give you a small gift, free of charge. A map? This map makes the zone visible to you. See how many light bulbs are in it. Oh, okay. When you look at it, I can offer you... Okay. Sure. I'll buy a map of East Street as well while I'm at it. More light bulbs you find, more rewards I'll have for you to exchange for energy. I have plenty of good stuff. For example, I can teach you how to teleport back here whenever you want. Brilliant, isn't it? See you soon. Keep an eye out for the light bulbs. Let's make this place shine again. Okay, well that gives us a sort of in-lore reason why we care about these light bulbs. We were doing good deeds and we didn't even know it. What a good mouse we are. We get a squeak for that. Wonder if this is real Theremin? I can't believe it's not Theremin. Theremin made with hydrogenated oil instead. Okay, let's see what this upgrade is, and then we'll continue on our main quest. Boop, boop. Thanks a lot, little mouse. How can I return the favor? Photo mode. Well, that's not what I was expecting. Mouse. So I told you earlier, there's one more troubled human in this part of town. You can't sense it, can you? You may have my powers, but you still don't have my skills. Don't worry, I'll graciously show you the way. Next human is located at the end of the street. I'm not completely powerless. Let's see if I can assist you. Yep. Take this wire and go check on them. I need to conserve my energy now. Good luck, mouse. I'm counting on you. Don't take all night. Tirage de 20 jours. I have no idea what most of that says. I understand the 10,000 euros and that it's the lottery, but I don't know French. I'm almost done with that paper. I can almost taste freedom. Huh? Oh, no, no, not again. Not again. I'm so done with this. It's been going on for the past hour. How am I supposed to finish my thesis in these conditions? Since I moved here last month, it's been trouble after trouble. I thought living alone would be easier. First apartment, first problems. Maybe I should call my mom to ask for help. No! It's too late anyway. She can't help me right now. This thesis is my last assignment of the year before graduation. I absolutely need to finish it today. I'm almost done. But I think I have to print it, bind it, and hand it into the jury and... No, not again! So tired. So tired. I want to go to bed, but I have to finish this. I can't wait to be done with school forever. No more homework until the end of life. Seems like a dream. I don't know what she's talking about. I still have homework. I work from home. Is that homework? Yes. Perhaps hilariously enough, in sign language it is. No! I do a lot of my schoolwork at my office. Is still homework. Well, you basically live at your office anyway. I miss having a couch in my office. I had one at a previous assignment. Get sleepy in the middle of the day. Be like, I'm just gonna take a quick nap right there in my office. No, that's office work. Hours work, lost in seconds. So great technology. Love it. Why tonight? Why? Okay, yes, I get the problem, but what am I supposed to do about it? Find the power substation. It's fair enough response. Electrical signals are guides. She doesn't really have any. Maybe it's... Oh no, I cannot escape these bars. My mousy body cannot fit between them. Okay, if there's one part of this game I don't like, it's the climbing animation of the mouse. It's a little disturbing. Mouse prison. I've been sent to mousy prison. Well, fortunately you did escape those ones. Hey, I hope. This game we are a mouse that has been imbued with magical electrical energy. Because why not? And our desire is to just do good deeds. So we're helping repair the electrical infrastructure after a really bad storm in this town, it seems. Yeah, it's pretty cozy. You can squeak at any time. Valmont Vultanpool. Can you feel it? The impending candy spin? I live with that knowledge every day that it could happen at any moment. I mean, not saying you can't play those games, right, Herd, but it's not bad to play a game with a more cozy atmosphere and good deeds. There it is! Hey, Brayherd has redeemed a candy spin. Any moment, even offline, especially offline. I don't know what my mom's gonna send me in the mail. Kotor. Tell her about the banana candy. But you said that was good. You said the peeling banana candy was good. That cinnamon still. I don't know if I've had the cinnamon one, to be honest. Yeah, I don't think I have. This looks pretty full. Oh, that smells like a holiday market. Oh, our little mouse takes a nap. She's so sleepy. She can squeak in her sleep. Oh my goodness, this game is perfect. The smell is much stronger than the taste, but the taste is... Well, it's cinnamony, but not like cinnamon candy cinnamon. It's more like cinnamon challenge cinnamon. And it has that, because these are organic, it has that weird tapioca aftertaste. Well, let me tell you, cinnamon tapioca. Would not recommend. See, I like my artificial cinnamon candies like Red Hots and whatnot. Spicy candy. I wonder if I'm supposed to go back here. I think I am. This is not a new area. This is the same area. You hate artificial cinnamon. Okay, more for me. Trident cinnamon. Yeah, that's some good artificial cinnamon. And also, Rosta. I prepared something, and I don't remember what. I gotta look up what the gospel is today. It is the Feast of St. Junipero Serra, but that's complex. Oh, yeah! Jesus rebukes the wind. Just a classic. It may seem sort of like, oh, okay, it's miraculous, sure. But no, there's a deific quality in commanding the wind and the waves that would have been very obvious to those around him, and that's what's so striking about it. Zap. 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 Okay, I'm behind her apartment. And still not sure what to do. Take another look from here. Pardon me, ma'am, do you have time to just listen to a little mouse and her squeaks? Oh, I thought that might have been something because there was a hole in the wall there. Okay, well, this was a bit of a bust. Yeah, I was expecting this to be my favorite of the organic pastille candies. It's not. I think cardamom might be. Am I just overthinking this and I'm just missing an obvious way to go? No, that could never be. I saw the Kiblin machine. After closer inspection, there's a label, East Residential. Do you want to turn it on? Yes. Malfunction 30, energy needed. Yeah, we can feed you. Yum. Hello, world. 20, go to 10. Box not functional. Need Kiblins. Yes. I will help you find your Kiblins. Yes, I see we're going to need 3 this time. Oh, there's 3 right there. Yes, what can I do for you? Oh, Lumien's replacement for tonight. Right, I heard about you. Oh, you're here. Would you like a brain teaser? What? I should be attending to the Kevin box, but it's below my intelligence. But I don't partake in such futile tasks. My colleagues are not very bright. I don't know. They'll glow the same to me. Just like staying close enough for too long is not good for my brain. What about Battle of Wits? And the answer to a few riddles, and I'll consider going back to the Kipling box. Perfect. May you be worthy of my intellect. Here's my first riddle. A dark beverage sold nearby. Drunk in the morning to help you come to your senses. How much does it cost? The answer lies in this neighborhood. Speak to me when you have the answer. Oh, and check your notes to see the journal. Whee! Coca-Cola? Yes. Yes. That's absolutely what they were talking about. I do not understand people who can have a soda like Coke first thing in the morning. It just seems wrong. Too saccharine. One a day, 2 liters. Yeah, that's a lot. You also ordered very large sweet coffees. Who's to say who's right? Yeah, fair. I'm not really trying to say matter of right or wrong. It's just I don't. There's nothing about a Coca-Cola in the first thing in the morning that my brain goes, yeah, that's what you should be having. Like, it just seems like first thing in the morning, it's always just like, But then again, I eat cinnamon pastille, so who am I to judge? You heard the soda shops in SLC being out of control. Well, they're not really in SLC. They're kind of in the rest of Utah. And yeah, they kind of go a little over the top. One, two, 1, 2. Sorry, can't talk now. If you want to speak to someone, go see my coach. Kai Coach. Hey there, Mouse. You're the Spirit Guardian trainee, right? You're smaller than I thought. What? You say we need to go back to the Kevin box? Oh no, Mouse, I don't think so. We're in the middle of a very important training session. You see, Kai Sprint is my champion. He's training for the Kip Olympics right now. There's a race where you have to break the sound barrier. My champion is training for it. We won't move until he's done. So, Mouse, are you ready to see someone break the sound barrier? Sure. Fantastic. Champion, ready for the next try? I was born ready, coach. Let's go then, champ. Go for it, champ. You got this. You got this. I don't know how I'm supposed to be helping. Close. Oh, duh. Maybe the main mechanic of the game. Oh no, he's reaching escape velocity. Wow. What happened? Did I finally break the sound barrier? I think you broke something, my dude. You see that, coach? I did it. I did it. I can't believe it. Your training is now complete. You'll shine brightly at the Kib Olympics. Still can't believe it. I'm the first Kiblin to ever reach such speed. Oh, coach, look at the time. We need to get back to the Kiblin box. So waste any more time, champ. Mouse, don't ever forget this moment. The birth of a star. See you later, Mouse. I'm exhausted. Thanks for rushing me. Run. Bye, Mouse. They're emojis, but they're not like emoji movie emojis. Thankfully. Just a casual reminder that Patrick Stewart was in the Emoji Movie. Money. Not even money. He was just like he was asked in interviews, like, why not? I've gotten to do everything I want in acting in my life. Why not just do something random? 1, then 5? I think 3 comes after 5. Or maybe it's 8? Math is hard. How can we play hide and seek if we can't count? You there. You look like a smart mouse. Fancy a game of hide and seek? Your other Kiblin didn't think I looked smart. Well, if we promise to get both Kiblin box to repair it. Who do you think you are, demanding things like this? A spirit guardian? Squeaky squeak, squeak squeakums. That's unfair. Sounds like blackmail to me. Should be sending to the Kiblin box anyway. Let's say yes. Okay, deal. So are you ready to play hide and seek with us or what? Yeah, okay. Yeah, they were accidentally counting the Fibonacci a little. Hiding various objects in this garden. Only upstairs for now. If you think we're in an object, shock it. Be gentle, though we're fragile. Only missed 3 times. Ooh. 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21. Ah, sir, this game is as fun as I expected. No fair! I was almost invisible. Yeah, that's cheating. How did you find me? Nicely done. All right, first time playing, huh? Or maybe we just suck at this game. Let's go for one last round. This time we'll hide in the lower part of the garden, please. Fine. Yay! Ready? Let's hide. One. 2. Is this made by French devs? I think so. I don't know. Okay, so we're looking for something that's like wiggling or has sparks. Nope. Hmm. Thought all the fireflies may have been a hint. Oh, there it is. That's small. Oh, this game was lit. No Skibbity Bay, no cap. Full of that Ohio Riz. Thanks for playing with us, Mouse. And as promised, bring back to the Kipling box. Don't say anything to the Lumion, please. We hope you had fun too. Bye-bye. Okay, so this last one I need the price of a coffee. So I guess I was thinking here where there's this set, but I can't get up there, it seems. So maybe Café Michel? Where we started? Can't read that. I can, however, read that. Copied. Euro 45. If this is made by Europeans, I'm surprised that they're using the period and not the comma. I know. Sorry, I wasn't trying to talk to you. I'm actually trying to help your problem. Do you have the answer yet? Yes. See, now they're using the comma. That's kind of fascinating. That's weird design. Right answer, Mouse. You surprised me. Are you ready for the second and final riddle? Here it comes. Nested in an alcove above an old well, the birth date of Saint Clair is forever carved in stone. When was it? The answer lies within this neighborhood. Speak to me when you have the answer. We saw that. Was that down here? It was. In memory of Valmont, Bolt Ampoule. See, that's funny because an ampoule is it's a little glass thing. This game is quite pretty. First may have Saint Clair, starting in 1222. I do have the answer. Correct again, Mouse. I'm impressed by your cleverness. And as part of our deal, I will go back to the Kipling box. I'm always working on riddles. I hope we'll meet again. I bet we will. I authorize you to power up. It's not 3, that's 6. Well, you know, some need to work together. Thank you for helping us. We have to provide electricity. Is it me? Power's stable now? It's been 5 minutes, no outages yet? Yes, I can finally finish my thesis. Treat myself with a nice breakfast from Chez Michel tomorrow morning. I can do it. Soon I'll be free of school. Mouse and happiness. Mousiness. Mouse Lumion speaking. Time to pay attention. Nicely handled. You managed to help humans in this neighborhood. I never doubted you. Well, not much. Anyway, hurry back to the South Square and talk to me as soon as you can. I still have enough power to teleport you back to me if you like. No, actually. Very well. Come see me as soon as possible. I have another task for you. I'm gonna take the long way back because then we can potentially visit the other Kiblin who sells things. Ah, dang it, I missed. I probably wouldn't have been able to jump across anyway. Wav, woo wav. Mowage. Mowage is what brings us together today. Yeah, the sparks in the power equipment have escaped. Is that what it always... Is that how electricity works? Do you save? Can you die? I don't think you can die, and it's an autosave kind of game. So it's constantly saving. You always thought it was magic smoke, but maybe the magic smoke is the sparks escaping. Maybe it has to do with the mirrors. I hear a Father Dave. Smoke and mirrors. Yeah, that's why the electrical bill is so much. You know, mirrors are expensive. Looks like you found some light bulbs. Let's put them back where they belong. I found quite a few light bulbs, my friend. Fast travel seems useful. And a North Town map sounds useful. I still don't really care about photo mode. Because I can just take a screen cap. Pump well. Anything else major or obvious? Not really. Alright, let's go talk to this guy again. Squeak, squeak. Spy pet robot and imbue it with electrical properties. Please do not subject your pets to any unauthorized testing. What? You're already done? I didn't expect you to finish so quickly. I'm impressed. Only a little, but still. Alright, let's proceed. I'll take the happiness. Yes, yes, my strength is beginning to return. Quality happiness like this means quality work. You teach those kibbles a thing or two. But this isn't enough for me to return home. I need more power. You're not off the hook yet. Sense more emotions coming elsewhere in Saint Clair. Impressed? Spirit Guardian as powerful as myself can sense these things, and it's coming from the north. The road to the north town is blocked by wired fences. You can't pass through those yet. I don't have all night. Very well, I shall aid you. Right, brace yourself. No, I've already been shocked once tonight. I don't need to be shocked again. Yeah, that's inappropriate reaction, just big stretch. You can transform for a short time and pass through certain objects. Use it well, mouse. Grant you the power to temporarily transform your body to pure electrical energy. Your physical form means that you still have limitations, but this will allow you to pass through fences. Excuse me. I may have spoken too harsh with my judgment of you. Let this small token stand as an apology of sorts. Stop looking at me like that. It doesn't make us friends, you know. Still have duties to perform. Go to North Town. Zerp. You know, Chaos Emerald Sonic. Supersonic. Unless you get all of the Hyper Emeralds in Sonic and Knuckles 3. Then you become Hypersonic. North Town. Oh, I have to go through East Town to get to North Town. That's circuitous. Just lying around at the speed of sound. What? Mouse. Amsterdam North Town. Yes, I understand. I figured that out. I have a map. Thank you. I have monies for candies. Are you hungry? I don't know if hunger's the right thing to ask, but, you know. Compromise. Exactly. Yeah, see, I'm compromising this time. I may not be hungry, but I'll compromise and spin the wheel. But only if someone pays. Half now in payments? I literally cannot do that. That is beyond my control with how Twitch channel points work. This is a commercial district of Northtown. Pizza eclair. I don't want an eclair pizza. Nice. Hopefully the Kiplins in this part of town will be more resourceful. Who am I kidding? Wishful thinking. Regardless, I can sense 4 villagers in distress here. Good luck. Yes, you may sense 4 villagers, but I sense exploration. Would you rather have a mushroom pizza? No, I would eat an eclair pizza before a mushroom pizza. Oh, look, a pharmacy. What a European way of marking it. There's a Claire, why are you eating pizza? Zerp. Where does this take me? Okay, it takes me there, but it opens that up. My head, it hurts. This cold is killing me. I want to eat a hot meal. If it wasn't for the power outage, so it's just frozen quiche would already be in my belly. Power unit might be faulty again. It's the 5th time this month. I guess I'll just wait for the landlord to take care of it tomorrow while I starve. Oh no! He's hungry. You can try to eat it frozen. Bon appetit. No, don't bone apple the teeth. Ouch, it's too hard. Got an idea. I can warm it with my portable hairdryer. Phew. Here it is. I'm glad I got this battery-powered beauty years ago. My little hairdryer. Show me what you're made of. It's gonna take a while. If only I wasn't sick, I would have gone to the roof of the next building, try and fix the power unit myself. Oh, my dude, let me help you. You are desperate. Okay, 2 Kiblins. Yeah. Oh no, he's only got half a face. Yes, I will get your Kiplins. Yeah, escape from the city. Yeah. I didn't realize you were trying to figure out the name of that. I would have told you. Okay, so I'm on the bridge and by a tree. It's got a cute diver's helmet. Do they show up on my map? No. Yep, can't link it. Your video game credit's taking a massive hit. I think you're okay on this one. It's Sonic. I mean, it is Sonic's 30th anniversary and all, but still. Again, again? It never stopped. In the words of Beach, look, the point is, have you heard of the bird? I've heard it is the word. Mario Kart World, they have the songs from the original Game Boy Mario. Nice. I don't have a Switch 2, and I've been avoiding spoilers because I want to do the exploration of that game myself. Down we go, near the Boulanger. So it was like, the soundtrack must have been built for the Mario 40th. Something seems stuck. Oh, rude. It might have been, actually. Yeah, Mario's can be 40. Yeah. Yeah. Do not touch the lamps. How many times should I tell you this? Your insufferable little brother. I swear I didn't touch anything. They're just old dusty lamps anyway. Who cares? Those lamps are old and valuable, and I have important clients coming tomorrow to buy them. Ugh, I can't wait until Mom is back from her vacation so you can go home with her. You're so mean, Juliet. I hope your clients don't like the lamps and that your shop gets haunted by wicked spirits. I'm sorry. I'm only asking you to keep your hands in your pocket. Just don't touch anything else. It wasn't me who turned off the lamp. I have to finish this inventory and then we'll go home. Juliet, are you trying to scare me? I told you not to touch the lamps. It's not me, I swear. If it's not you and it's not me, could it be a ghost? Don't talk nonsense, Julian. There's a big thunderstorm earlier tonight. It's probably just the power unit on the roof malfunctioning. You know very well I'm afraid of ghosts. You just want to scare me. Well, it's not working. Now, back to work. The sooner I finish this, the sooner we go home. But what if your antique shop was haunted? Ghost, please don't do anything to us. We're innocent. Someone help us. Uh-huh. There are symbols on this box. Okay, so it looks like I'm gonna have to be hitting the various switches of these, following the proper cables. Can't enter, it's locked. Yes, yes, 30 energy. I understand the routine by now. Why am I giving them energy if they are clearly also a generator with an engine? Like, you hear it turning over. Are their batteries just dead? Do they need new alternators? That is not the direction I expected that to go. Oh, no, that's a tangled mess. You need the circuit connected. Yeah, and I don't feel like doing that today. That sounds like a next week's problem, except it won't be next week because there are no streams next week because I'm traveling. Just noping out of that puzzle. For now. We're gonna have to solve it eventually. Okay, so we have a shortcut back up there now, which is nice. I can't get up and over this barrier. So I'm gonna have to get across the street somehow to get to that other Kibblin. Rue de Pont. Bridge Road. Hey, little mouse, what's your business here? You're helping the Kibblins then? It's my lucky day. The Kiblin box we're attending to is in really bad shape. And the lightning strike from earlier didn't help. Parts of it flew out of this neighborhood before we could pick them up, and humans threw them in trash cans. Without those components, the Kiblin box cannot power the surrounding buildings. Cannot let those humans down. This is where you and I come in. As a professional gatherer, I can find all those parts, but I'll need your help as I forage in the trash cans in the neighborhood. Those parts are pretty heavy. Do you think you can help me gather them? Sure. Awesome. Let's go. We have 4 parts to find. Let's look around the neighborhood for trash cans. I was really looking forward to be inside. Let's dive in. I found it! Can you clean the mess while I get the kibble parts out? Just shock him this way. Zappy zap. Phew! Only 3 parts left. Let's find them. Where's the raccoon and possum friends to help you out? Oh yeah, they're not native to Europe. Oh, it stinks. Guess I gotta do it. Why did we introduce raccoons in Europe? That sounds like a bad idea. Phew, we'll need 2 more parts. But not from these kinds of garbage bins. Oh no, those are the wrong kinds of garbage bins. Never showed humans to throw away a lot of good stuff. Anyway, time to dive in. Only missing 1 part. Right on. Okay, he said there was 1 nearby when we started, and we're back where we started. So I'm guessing it's across the bridge. Because we took the Zippity Zorpon down instead. Ah, there it is. And yes, the Zippity Zorp is a technical term. Phew, we finished gathering all the Kibblin box parts, little mouse. Thanks for assisting with this task. Thanks to our combined efforts, the humans will have their electricity back. Ah, feels amazing to perform such a good deed. I feel stronger. Too bad humans don't know we exist. Anyway, it was nice meeting you, little mouse. Exactly, to distinguish you from the Bippity Boppity. You got the Zippity Zoppity, the Bippity Boppity. I have solved your falling puzzle. Oh, hey. You there. Yes, come closer. The spirit guardian mouse I've heard so much about. Let me introduce myself. I'm Kadive, the great inventor. I created a diving suit made especially for Kibblins. It allows us to swim underwater without risking electrocution. Now you might be thinking, what? But Killdive, why? To which I reply, why not? Technology does not require a specific need to be made. This is how I will achieve greatness. And oh, I'm sorry, I'm rambling again. Truth be told, little mouse, I was going to ask you for your help about something. You must have seen that our Kibblen box is out of service right now. It's sustained too much damage from the thunderstorm. Some of the parts landed in the water over there. Great, now it's time to test out my Mark III diving suit. Okay. Very hard to grab. I built a special tool to hook them. I need an assistant. My colleague is usually here to help me, but they went to the bridge to find the other missing parts. Little mouse, will you make me the honor of being my assistant for a moment? Sleepy. I'm going to tell you which pieces I need. Please shock them to send them to me. Ready? I'm counting on you, little mouse. Let's begin. 2 Start with bolts. Bring me tool. Cogs. Zwei. Copper wire. For first prototype. Seems sturdy, I'll call it the Orpoon. Time to put those monsters to this. Let's jump in. Us? I don't have a suit. Phew, it worked. Check this catch. Let me put it away. Ah, dang, the prototype broke. I saw 2 other pieces down there. Gotta make a stronger harpoon. I got an idea. Send me the materials. Okay, let's see where this is going. Beautiful. Seems so much more robust than the first one. I'll call it the Super Orpoon. There we go. It was really stuck in the mud and hard to grab. You have no idea what kind of stuff lies below. It's pretty scary. Oh, of course the prototype broke. Let's do it again. 2 springs. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my, this is a masterpiece. The final Orpoon prototype. The Orpoon X, trademark pending. Truly my best work. Let's put it to the test right now. That's it. We have all the Kiblin box parts now. Nice work, Mouse. And some fine resource handling on your side. We appreciate the help. You helped me refine the Orpoon X, and I elevated the rank of technological masterpiece. I have to leave now, but I'll credit you when I show my creation to the Kiblin Scientist Gathering next week. See you around, Spirit Guardian. If you ever need help building something, I'd be glad to assist. Bye-bye. Aw, that machine's all bandaged up. Oh, we almost have half the light bulbs already. We'll definitely play this again next time, but that may be the last time too, so we may beat it. We'll see. Aw, he's all patched up. Yeah, this is a bit of a palate cleanser after Papers, Please. Garden Alley. Oh, the power's back on. I'm safe. Sorry, little hairdryer, but you were no use. In the oven you go, little quiche. It's not really a small quiche. Cook, my little quiche. Quiche, quiche, quiche. Can't wait to gobble you up. Get out of here, hairdryer. Yeet! Mouse, it's me, Lumion. I felt the energy surge from there. It made me happy. Impressive for a mere rodent, but I sense 3 more troubled minds in your area. Your work isn't done yet. Good luck. So... Gene... Go check out Lisa. I feel like we haven't checked out the pizzeria. And then... try and find... the 4th person. And that's probably where we'll call it for the day. Of course, I'll take care of it. Everything will be fixed by tomorrow. Bye. Once again, it's poor Lisa's job to handle everything while Mr. Manager is chilling at home. So unfair. Of course, the power outage happened just before the end of my shift. I was ready to go home, but the sign fell and the lights stopped working. Because when the menu in the case opened and blew off, I have to rewrite it before tomorrow. The heaters on the terrace won't turn on. I don't know how to fix most of these things. Oh, electrician. Let's check if there are any available right now. Thank you for calling Marcel Electricity. We offer lightning fast service in all Saint Clair. All our lines are busy. Estimated wait time is 1 hour, 30 minutes. Oh, come on! There goes all my plans for tonight. That's the tough breaks. That is actually very unfair of that manager to be like, you solve it. But instead, a mouse will solve it. Manager's probably eating quiche. Oh, that dude was just sick. That's why he was staying home from work. It sounds like this manager has a bit of a reputation. Good, that'll take us back. Yeah, I know I'm not activating the Kivlin box right now, but I just want to go listen to the artist's story so we know what everyone's dealing with around here. I really love the style of the people, by the way, the silhouettes with the bright colors. It's a style I really appreciate. Woe is me. What did I do to deserve this? Why was I blessed with such inspiration before the lights are no more? The Jews are overflowing my brain. See a forest, high trees, lights coming through the leaves, a bird's nest, a fox! I want to paint, I need to paint. Oh, but I am weak in the darkness, for I cannot see. Sadness and pain course through me. Oh, that's a good one. Blasted thunderstorm striking at the worst possible moment. The power outage has been going on for hours. I heard a big crash from the roof earlier. This must be divine punishment. Might have been a damaged power unit. Trying to call the electrical company, but the lines are busy. Flickering pharmacy sign from my windows giving me headaches. Ugh. Masters of old, I implore you to lend me your strength. Next painting will be my masterpiece. I feel it in my bones and brush. But, like, for real, I don't need to, like, don't like going to bed after getting so many ideas. I hope the power comes back soon. Make my way uptown. Do. I feel like I should be able to... Yeah. Squeak. Oh, hey, it's you. Okay, well, I think that is where we're gonna call it for the day. So, thank you so much. Oh, there goes my controller. Thank you so much for tuning into the Let's Play. I've been your host, Father Evan. It's been good to be with you all today. Join us again tomorrow for more midweek Minecraft. Working on the observatory slash planetarium, so that should be fun. And then Thursday we will be starting Zoombinis, the Zoombini series. I love that series. I'm very excited to be playing that. I don't think I ever played 2 or 3, so I have those CDs and I have 1 on Steam, so very excited. Next week, like I said earlier, there will be no streams next week because I will be out of town. They'll return following Wednesday for sure, but maybe following Tuesday. We'll see. Anyway, yeah, that's all I can think of right now. So thank you to everyone who's liked, followed, subscribed, given bits, all that good jazz. Thank you for checking out the YouTube and the Discord, and let's see who's live that we can raid into. Never mind, like no one's live. So have a good rest of your night. Take care, and God bless.